Here's section 2. I'll play it for you first, then I'll teach it. Here's section 2, lick number 1. Starts off with a pickup on strings 3 and 2. And the pickup is on string 3, sliding a half step from fret 5 to fret 6. And then on string 2, fret 5 to 7. And that comes on the beats of and, 4, and. So it's a pickup. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Then we have the double stop slide from a half step below into the two strings on the top 2 strings at the 5th fret. And it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here's that lick together. A 1, 2, 3. Here's section 2, lick number 2. It's going to be triplets. Here's what it sounds like. 3, 4. So the triplets are going to be, well, you can pull them off from using my 4th finger in the 5th position. I'm going to play 8, 7, 5. On the 1st string, 8, 7, 5 on the 2nd string, 8, 7, 5 on the 3rd string, and then 7, 5 on the 4th string. Now what I like to do, it seems as if I'm playing all these driving 8th notes, if I suddenly break into legato pull-offs, it loses its power. So I like to play those notes. It seems to give it more drive. I like that. And then I'm going to do my famous Chuck Berry essential technique, which is the half step slide into double stops. So the 2 double stops I'm sliding into are A at the 7th fret of the 4th string and C sharp at the 6th fret of the 3rd string. And I'm sliding. And here's the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, da. Let's hear what that whole intro sounds like up to this point. A 1, 2, 3. Here's section 2, lick number 3. This is the most classic of all the Chuck Berry licks. Okay, now, what happens is, if you've played guitar for any length of time at all, you've heard this lick, which is what most rockers do. But what Chuck Berry did, and a lot of the traditional older guitar players did, going back as far as T-Bone Walker, is they took those notes and instead of pushing them towards the ceiling, they pulled them down. So you get that double stop, which not very many people know about, but it's really good sounding. It sounds amazing. So what you're going to do is play the 2 notes here on strings 3 and 2 at the 7th fret. And you're going to hit the 2 notes with a downstroke and pull them down towards the floor. And so they sound kind of nasty and they just kind of smear them. Don't worry about tuning or anything else. It's all attitude. And then you play the top 2 notes on the top 2 strings at string 5, at fret 5, I'm sorry. See how that sounds? It sounds not so pretty as it sounds. So now we have to talk about the rhythm. Ba da ba da 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 da ba da. Okay, we're basically okay. I don't want to get into triplets and all that because it's too much to think about. Let's just imitate me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of context with the rhythm section, it's going to sound a little awkward. But when you put it with the rhythm section, it'll sound great. Give it a try. Here's section 2, lick number 4. I'm up here in the 12th position, and I'm playing this. You got to make you smile. It's classic Chuck Berry. So what I'm doing is I'm playing the 12th fret of the first string, and I'm playing the 13th fret of the second string. And of course, my pick automatically goes way back here to the bridge. I'm playing the second string, bending it up a little bit. Don't worry about tuning or precision, just bend it up, create an attitude. And then alternate that between that and the first string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play it 5 times. The bend, by the way, is, if anything, a half step, not any more than that. Somewhere almost up to a half step creates just enough ugliness to sound just like Chuck. Here's section 2, lick number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplets, this time using double stops. I'm going to play strings 2 and 1 at the 8th fret with my pinky, 7th fret, and at the 5th fret. I'm going to play them all using downstrokes way back here near the bridge. And then do the same thing on strings 3 and 2. Frets 8, 7, 5. Now notice I'm using all downstrokes. I think that's important. By the way, I think in general for this style, I think downstrokes just work better. It creates more drive and power. If you can use all downstrokes, I would recommend that. So, then we go back to the 7th fret, strings 3 and 2. And then back to fret 5, strings 3 and 2. Twice. And I'm going to play that same thing I did before, if you'll recall, which was A at the 4th string, 7th fret, and E also at the 7th fret, 5th string. Let me play section 2 for you in its entirety at a reduced tempo. 1, 2, 3.